to Sermon a Day. I am Pastor Tom Estes, and this is your 5-minute sermon for March 2nd, 2013. The title of today's message is, It Matters What Kind of Music You Listen to. A couple of weeks ago, I did a sermon, one of these 5-minute sermons on music, and it gets a lot of, it's a controversial topic. Some people make, it's almost like music is the be-all, end-all for them. I've told you before, I've been outdoor knocking, and I've had people, the only thing they want to know about our church is what kind of music do we have? Do we have a band? Do we have this? Do we have that? It's the only thing they care about. And obviously, I think even people that prefer contemporary rock music would agree that it's wrong for that to be your main focus. But we're not going to get into the same thing we got in last time. What I was thinking about today, though, is why does it matter? Because that's really the thing. You know, people say, well, why does it matter if I dance around, if we have a good time at church? What is the real big deal about that? The thing that we've got to understand is that, yes, God can use music for His purposes and does. But Satan and those that are not of God use music for their purposes as well. In Daniel chapter 3, you have King Nebuchadnezzar, and he had that dream in chapter 2 of the statue that represented all the 4 world empires, and the head represented himself. And in chapter 3, we see Nebuchadnezzar building that statue. And he wasn't just content to have this big, great statue built. He wanted everybody to bow down and worship the statue. And it is interesting at what he used to try and train people to worship the statue that he built. Look, if you would, at verse 5 of Daniel 3. It says this, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Now, don't confuse yourself into thinking that these instruments were just being played. And, you know, somebody like me with no musical ability would just start playing that flute or, you know, hitting that dulcimer or whatever the case may be. You know, let's not get it in our mind that that's what was going on here. These instruments were playing a specific song. And he's telling them, look, when you hear this song, this is what you do. And what he was going to do, his plan was to use music to train his people all around the world to do a certain thing. They'd be going about their business, they'd hear the song, they'd stop and bow down to the statue and pray to the statue and worship the statue. And if you don't think that that's what he's doing, that's what Islam is doing today. They have their call to prayer, and what it is it's a song, and a guy singing in a Middle Eastern type way, and he sings, and that's what everybody knows. Okay, it's time to turn this way and bow and stop and bow and all of those things. And they've been programmed like robots to do that. And that's what King Nebuchadnezzar was wanting to do with music as well. And what we have got to get through our head, what Christians must get through their mind, is there are nefarious uses to music. Music is not this, you know, amoral thing that where, you know, as long as the words are good, it's okay. It's not the case. Music does have an effect on you physically. It has an effect on your emotions. It has an effect on your memories. All of you I guarantee every person watching this, there are songs that when you hear them, it takes you back to that time in your life when you first heard that song. Everybody has a song like that or music like that. And what we've got to get through our heads, especially those that think, you know, it doesn't matter, is that Satan uses that. And you see people that listen to rap music, even if it's Christian rap music, it makes them act a certain way. It makes you want to get angry. It makes you want to, you know, sort of get proud and haughty and all of that, because that's what that music brings out in you. And when you consider the fact that God hates pride, should we ever want to listen to music that makes us feel that way? And, you know, we can deny and play mental word games and use semantics all day long and act like it doesn't affect us, but it does. It affects everybody. And that's just one kind of music. You can say that for heavy metal and for the love songs and everything else. Satan has a use for this type of music. He always has. And that's why the Southside Baptist Church, we're only going to play music that honors God, because we don't want Satan to get in through our doors through our music. That's something you need to consider. It matters what kind of music you listen to. Alright, so that was your sermon for March 2nd, 2013. I hope that you will take those things into consideration. And again, go to the Word of God. Don't just stick to your opinion. Go to God's book. It'll show you the way. Check out our website, SouthsideWinterhaven.com. You'll find out everything you need to know about Southside Baptist Church. And if you're ever in Winter Haven, Florida, especially on the south side of Winter Haven, why don't you come by and visit Southside Baptist Church? We'd love to have you. God bless you, and have a great day.